think it was 11-0, right, JJ, to start the game. What's the challenge of kind of constantly having to climb a mountain? And I think end up three or four times you close it down to get close within a couple points. But what's the challenge there when you fall down that much to start a game?
Yeah, I didn't think we started the game, didn't start the first possession. I mean, we talked about, the sense of urgency, the importance of this game, pregame. Talked about our physicality. Took us a little bit of time to do that. And it's difficult against good teams to spot them. It was 15-2, so it was actually 13 points. And our group showed a lot of resiliency tonight, did some really good things. The full front on Jokic is difficult with, their roster this year. They just have a lot more shooting out there and not as many guys you can just sag off of and protect that over-the-top pass. I do think, he's a fantastic player. He had 28, 13, and 12. I thought we did a good job battling him. Our smalls, both as low men when we doubled and on him when we were in switching groups, they did a fantastic job of just being physical and turning him over. And, we didn't come up with a rebound, and I think we did some good things tonight.
Did you get any more about Ayton and the knee? And obviously, he leaves after 4 minutes or so, and obviously doesn't return.
I didn't. I think it's just left knee soreness or whatever knee's been bothering him.
It was right knee before the All-Star break, but it's left.
Which knee is it? It's left knee now.
You know.
It's left knee. Yeah.
How about LeBron? It looked like his left elbow.
Yeah, I think he fell on it. It was bothering him enough that he didn't feel comfortable doing the inbound pass when we, called timeout. They're down 7 or 5, whatever we were down. So, we put Luke in for him. He's got ice on it right now. We get it looked at.
Marcus hit the big 3 against the Pelicans. He got a couple good looks late here. You just speak to him, being in that spot and ready to take any of it if it misses.
Yeah, we got good looks. He's hit some big ones for us. He hit some big ones throughout the game. I think you look at sort of the stats of this game. We were able to generate some turnovers. We were able to get out and transition off of some of those turnovers, off of some misses. I think the two things that sort of like, if you look at the aggregate of the game, obviously the start was detrimental to our team, but we missed four layups plus a follow dunk, so that's 5 layups in the second half, and I thought the refs were very consistent. I don't think that we necessarily got fouled or not fouled, and we weren't fouling or not fouling, but you lose free throws essentially by 14 because we were fouling at the end. The free throws by 14 and then the missed layups. That's really what hurt us.
JJ, you said Luka had been aware about kind of his technical situation. Did you get any feedback from the officials on what happened on that play?
I didn't. Yeah.
The Jaxson sort of energy without Ayton. We know what Luka can do with the rim running centers. What did you think of Jaxson tonight? And I guess moving forwards, if DeAndre's only Luka, how confident are you in Jaxson as maybe being the main guy for Luka?
Well, very confident. I thought he was terrific tonight. He played basically 28 minutes, and that was a lot for him. I think there's not having Maxey tonight actually really hurt us, particularly with DA out. So, but Jaxson, I definitely have confidence in him.
Coach, can you speak on LeBron's night? He has the record-setting night, but can you kind of talk about the overall impact he had on the game? His rebounds, his defense, and the assists. Just talk about how he's still an overall player all around.
Sure. He has a lot of records and has accumulated a lot of assists and rebounds and steals and blocks in his career. He's been a complete player for 23 years. Still remarkable how dynamic he is in transition. And I thought, the plays in the second half where he was able to catch it in the pocket and find Jaxson He had some spray out, paint touch threes that were generated from him getting in the paint. So, just he's just a phenomenal basketball player.
Rui had a pretty good shooting night tonight. What did you see from Rui and kind of I think he was 4 for 5 from 3 tonight as well?
Yeah, we played small ball and spread them out a little bit by necessity because of DA being out, and that got him some good looks. And I think he felt like in a pretty good rhythm tonight. It was good to see.
18 points tonight. You guys don't get the win, but how did you feel like you saw the game out there today?
I felt like there was more we could have done. I could have done, especially on the defensive end. Just little like lapses and just seconds, just dropping back, giving up points, stuff like that. But I don't know. Hard-fought game, didn't go away.
Jokic has those 2 shots, kind of seal the game there. What makes him kind of a difficult guy to, 1, prepare for, and then 2, actually play against?
Yeah, I mean, he's like 350 pounds, and he has the best footwork I've ever seen in my life. So it's just, I mean, you got to use your strength against him, and then he's going to use finesse against you once you use your strength on him. I mean, we've all seen it for the past few years. He's the best player in the world right now.
You were asking JJ about it, that the idea of having to climb a mountain when you're in so many different deficits. For you as a player, what is that challenge like?
It's fun for me. I mean, I like a challenge always. All of us, that's the competitive nature in all of us players. I mean, if you don't like a challenge, then why are you here? But yeah, I mean, I just enjoy those challenges and hope to grow and learn from them.
It's first half of back-to-back. You have to fly back to LA, play Pacers tomorrow. What is that emphasis of dropping a game like this to start kind of an 8-game stretch that's pretty difficult?
Yeah, I mean, if we won this game, we would have had the tiebreaker versus Denver, and I think we would have jumped them in the rankings. So I mean, obviously this is a tough one to lose. Yeah.
JJ was saying that he would be, if DA's not able to go with his left knee, that he'd be happy and comfortable with you as starting at center. Where do you feel comfortable? Are you ready for that challenge if it's thrown at you?
Yeah, I mean, it's my job. That's what they pay me to do, stay ready. Even if I wasn't in the rotation, they pay me to stay ready. That's all NBA players' job is just stay ready and get better every day. And so I'm gonna just do whatever the team needs me to do tomorrow. And yeah.
LeBron, breaks the field goal record. One, for you being able to be a teammate with him, what is it like to see him, constantly doing things that are breaking records or being the oldest to do something?
I mean, it's amazing. I'm from Ohio. I used to drive 5 hours to go watch him play. So whenever I get to see that, it's always awesome.
We saw the fall looked like you just land right on the elbow. What were you feeling, and how does it feel now?
No, it's pretty sore right now. What was I feeling? Feel like one of them funny bone situations, but even super more intense.
Were you just trying to kind of get the feeling back in it to see if you could close it out?
Yeah.
Obviously, just something you'll monitor and see how it feels tomorrow. But game-wise, you get off to the slow start and kind of fighting uphill from there. What's the challenge and when that happens and trying to get over the hump when you've been fighting throughout the whole evening?
I mean, we gave a great effort. I mean, we had an opportunity. We had a one-possession game late in the game. Didn't make enough plays. Give credit to them.
DeAndre, he had an early exit from the game. Jaxson, I think, finished with 19, 8, played a lot of minutes. Where's the confidence in Jaxson if he has to step up more, play more minutes, depending on what DeAndre's status is moving forward?
I mean, it wasn't not only just Jaxson, but we got the utmost confidence in Jaxson, but it's about to be, everybody. Everybody, who has to step up. So, it's not the first time we've had somebody go down. It won't be the last time.
Even though you're still playing, what does it mean for you to still break these records?
Nah, not really. I mean, at the end of the day, just being linked in my name, being mentioned with some of the greatest that ever played this game it's always been humbling and a pretty cool, it's a pretty cool thing. I grew up watching, reading, idolizing a lot of the greats. And, if I ever was able to be a part of the NBA, I wanted to, put myself in a position where I could be named with some of the greats, by doing something right. So that's pretty cool.
2023, there was a discussion how you're going to get the record-setting bucket. What do you think about the turnaround fadeaway here to get this record?
I mean, it's one of my patented shots. It's something I worked on throughout my career. So, to be able to have the ability to make that shot is it's pretty cool.
What was kind of the origin of that shot for you? Like, how did it kind of get in the bag? Like, do you remember when it became a real weapon for you?
Yeah, losing the finals to Dallas and playing like shit.
And that was the fix.
Everything in the post, going to see Hakeem, putting in that work, and then throughout that whole season, and everything was just continue to dial in on that throughout the rest of my career.
How concerned are you just in general about the elbow and the severity of it?
Let's see what happens over the next couple days. Hopefully I wake up tomorrow and it doesn't feel too much worse than it is now, or if it feels better, that'd be great. So day to day, we see what happens.
You think of the scoring record. Obviously, it's been a while since you passed Kareem with the difference in threes and free throws, but just just thinking about the number of buckets, right? Almost 16,000. How many times that you shot in live play and it goes through? It's just if you do take a quick step back and think about just how much that's taken and how many times you've seen it go in, how does it hit you?
I don't know right now. It doesn't hit me at all. Obviously, what I feel is my elbow, and I feel the loss. Obviously, it's a pretty cool feat, but it's hard for me to kind of wrap my head around it or what it looks like. Something, I've never had a goal to have that record. Came into this league understanding that I had to start from scratch. I was the #1 player in the country. I wanted to start from scratch and get myself up back, possibly to being the best player in the world again. That was my only mindset. Throughout that, I've been able to hit some milestones and some things that I either had. Some goals was, that I put on myself, but some of them was not. And tonight was not one of the goals, but it's a pretty cool feat. It's an unbelievable feat. To see the list, to see the players who've done it, to see the players who've come through this league. I don't know how many players have played in the NBA, but it's the greatest players in the world. And for my name to be, like I said, mentioned with the greats and be at the top of it is awesome.
They're the rest of the team, and you're coming in late.
This is the league. We all have games like this where you got to go back to back, and the team you're playing is, had a break. So it's unfortunate that we're the team that is coming off the back to back, and we don't get a break. But it's part of it. I don't see anything for me to be worried about other than we just got to go play. We can't worry about being tired. No one's going to save us. No one's going to care. No one's going to feel sorry for us. So we got to go out there and, make our minds up to do it. And we're not saying we're going to go out there and, and win the game, but we got to go out there and give ourselves a chance to win the game. We can't, and that's all you can ask for. Things happen, variables happen that you can't control. But, if we go out there and give ourselves a chance to win down the stretch or play the right way to where we give ourselves a chance to win, that's all I can ask for. And we'll do our best to make sure that it happens.
Did you get a feel for DeAndre's spirits after his early exit?
Yeah, he's down. It was for him, it sucked for him not to be out there and to go. He tried to go and just didn't feel right for him. It sucks. We definitely could have used him. I know, as of lately, he's been getting a lot of backlash for his effort in play. He understands it. I know it might not seem like it, but he does. And he wants to do good, and he wants to help this team. And I think that's what's more frustrating for him because he's trying, but it just, the way he's trying, it isn't working. And he's still trying to figure it out. But he definitely was down tonight. He just actually left talking to me, saying how he wished he could have been out there and how he's sorry he was. But, he can't control that he, couldn't go. And didn't feel it. So, hopefully next game he's ready to go and we can use him.
Not sure if you felt like this in Boston, but have you noticed, a team like Indiana hasn't been playing well, but something about the purple and gold and kind of coming into that building where you feel like they're gonna play a little harder, you're gonna get a better effort. Have you felt like that's been a thing from a Lakers standpoint?
For sure. It don't matter who you play, it don't matter what their stats say, it don't matter none of that. When they come and play the purple and gold, you better be ready for everyone's best game. And their best game, because if you can't get up to play the Lakers, then I don't know what to tell you. And everybody is ready to get up to play the Lakers.
Luka, what did you feel like was the difference in this thing? Did anything stand out to you tonight?
No, I honestly think we did a great job. Obviously the start was terrible, but after that, we got down double digits multiple times and came back. Had a chance to win it, we just didn't go.
You've had a lot of battles with Jokic. What are kind of the key things that you look for when facing him? Not individually, but just as a team. And how do you think you guys did tonight?
I mean, it's very hard. As the reason he's the MVP, it's very hard to stop him. You just got to make it difficult. Try and make it difficult on him.
Luka, you picked up your 15th sack of the season. What was the feedback from the referees during that play? Did they explain why they teed you up in that moment?
Yeah, just because I yelled it, I guess. That's what he said. But I heard 3 other players saying the exact same sentence and didn't get attacked. And that's my problem. I was trying not to talk at all. It's the first thing I said, no warning or nothing. But I heard 3 other players saying the exact same thing and nothing. So it's just, I don't know what to say.
Obviously, this is the 15th, but in previous seasons, you've gotten to 15 and not gotten the 1-game suspension that comes with 16. I guess what for you needs to happen just to avoid that, or avoid it, like you've done in previous seasons?
Don't get another tech.
Are you committing that you won't?
We'll see. Can't predict the future.
What do you think of the way you guys were able to battle back, down double digits in the fourth, and you made it 1 point or 1 possession game, I should say?
Yeah, that's what I say. We're just fighting till the end. Like I said, we got down multiple times in double digits, but we managed to fight back. So, obviously we didn't win it, but yeah, I think we have 1 or 2 shots to tie it. It didn't go in. I think they were good looks. So just that.
Do you think there's a chance he'll get rescinded?
I mean, if 3 other people say it, then I am the only one to get attacked. What's the point of that? I really wasn't trying not to talk at all, and that was the first thing I said, and immediately. Something there.
What did you kind of just make of the overall energy the first 3 minutes or so of the game? That face. And I guess where did you see it kind of improve?
I don't even want to talk about the first 3 minutes. I think it was 11-0. It was terrible. Just out of the gate. Murray hit 2 threes, 3 free throws. But after that, I think our energy and effort went pretty high. But I think that start of the game, cost us that game.
Luka, after you guys lose DA, what impressed you the most about the way Jaxson played?
I always say I love playing with Jaxson. I think this year his improvement is unbelievable. And just playing with him, he understands. I think this year even more how to play with me. We've been working on that. So playing with him is very special for me.
The physicality of having to play against Jokic, what kind of made him the difference for them tonight against you?
What do you mean?
What made him the
physically?
difference physically for the Nuggets to clean up those two late buckets?
I mean, he's just a great player. He's a lot of times he's gonna make those shots.